Hi guys, and welcome to what was originally going to be a first look into Mechwarrior Online as a free player. Now, I did actually do an entire video starting from scratch, and unfortunately there was a major error with the recording, which somehow I managed to make a change between me setting it up and then me doing the main recordings, and what I had was a constant screen flickering going on. I tried to sort of fix that, and yeah, it really didn't turn out so well. And when I was actually putting the video together, it was like, so, okay, get stretches of it that work okay and have the audio underneath it, and it just didn't go well. And to be honest, it's obvious the video didn't turn out so well because YouTube is still processing it 2 days later. So let's try this again. So welcome to Mechwarrior Online, and we're going to pretend that this is totally the first time I've opened this up as a free player. Yeah. So what the Mechwarrior universe is essentially giant fucking mechs that go into battle against each other. There is a long canon behind it, which I might have to go into a little bit to explain some of the elements that are there. Essentially though, what the gameplay is two teams of mechs that are split into lances that fight each other. A lance is 4 mechs, and generally you would have, for example, a light lance, a medium lance, a heavy lance, an assault lance. And what I'll do is I'll bring up the mech lab so you can get an idea of this. So here we go into, let's have a look at the trial mechs here. Now, you have different sizes of mech. So if we look here, this one here, does it have a class up there? I can't see it off the top of my head. Oh well. So you have different sizes of mech that are different tonnages, and different tonnages sets the weight limit on them. So we have light, medium, let's see, we can't do trial here, heavy, assault, champion and hero. Now these champion and hero ones I believe are ones that you need to buy with actual money. Let's have a look at these trial mechs. So some of them are very, very big mechs, 100 tons, and then some of them are lighter mechs. You might think that the big mechs are the ones that are always going to fuck shit up. That's not actually necessarily the case. It is, you might think it's just big robots that are going to fight against each other and you want the biggest, hardest robots to fight. That's not always the case, because these really are analogues of humans. So what you have is you have a torso twist, you have arms that you can move about, and you have certain types of sensor or electronic countermeasures, as you can see here, ECM. You have anti-missile systems, you have different types of weapons. So your maneuverability, your ability to twist, what weapons you can carry, the loadout of your mech, these all make a big difference in how you play the game. So if I look at my mech details here, so this is a Raven, which is it's sort of on the heavier end of the light spectrum. It's 35 tons. It's a very, very fast mech. This is the trial version. Now this has got, for example, two SOMs, it's got 3 lasers, but its sort of very cool thing that it has something called a Guardian ECM. A Guardian ECM is electronic countermeasures that stops people from seeing you on sensor or targeting you with their sensors if they're outside a certain range. Now you can get things to counter the Guardian ECM, which gets kind of funky. And if we go back and look at some of the other mechs, they all have specialties as well. So the Raven, if we look on it, it can have 1, 2, 3 lasers and 2 missile slots on here. But if we now go and look in the store under the actual Raven, where is it? There, here we go. So this is the one that I own. Now if we have a look here, so this has got at the top, well, I'm going to have to mark that up on the video, aren't I? The top right here you can see you've got energy, missile, AMS, ECM, ballistic hardpoints. And then on this one here, if we look, well, there's 2 ballistic hardpoints, 2 energy hardpoints, a missile, an AMS but no ACM. And we look at this one here, where it's got 4 energy, 1 missile, 1 AMS, and this one here, which you can only buy with actual money, 3 energy, 2 missile, 1 AMS, 1 ECM, and this one, which is a hero class, 4 ballistic, 2 missile, 1 AMS. So every chassis type has got different variants. So that's something to keep in mind. Now when it comes to you actually starting the game to play it, you will have to use trial mechs, and you will get a bonus though for going through this. So one last thing I'm going to do before I show you the actual gameplay is, if we look at the achievements here, and I'm going to go down to the bottom, and we get our cadet bonuses. When you first start playing as a free player and you don't have a mech, a good idea is to only use trial mechs, not only to get your eye in, but also so that you can get this huge bonus. So if we look at cadet bonus 1 for your first match, 424,000 C-bills, and then the 25th one, and then the 25th one is 90,000, well, 90,500 C-bills. This works out, when I finished doing the cadet on this, I got myself about 9.5 million, which was enough to get either a medium-sized mech, maybe one of the lighter heavy mechs. I actually went for a Raven, and there's a reason for this, which I'm going to try and show you. But this is when you first come into the game and you choose yourself a trial mech. There's something you might want to be aware of here, is you can actually go into the testing ground. You don't have to go straight into playing against other people. So there's a couple of things here I'm going to show you as an example. Now let me open up, here we go, Forest Colony Snow. Now there's a mechanic that goes on in the Mechwarrior universe, which is not only the type of weapons you have, the size of your mech that you have, you also have this thing called heat. Now what this is every weapon generates heat, and then you have to put heat sinks into your mech for you to be able to disperse that heat. So if you look down on the middle of my screen, on the left hand side we have my mech's current status. As I take damage, the different parts of the mech would show me the damage that they're doing. You know, they go from yellow to orange to red to gone. Now on the right hand side I've got my weapon loadout, so if I fire off some of my weapons, as you can see there, it's my SRMs. Now on the bottom of the screen you'll see that as I fire, you've got that sort of red bar that's going up. This is the heat. Now my mech runs a little bit hot. Now that would mean that I can't keep constantly firing all of my weapons non-stop, and if I did try to do that, this is what would happen. So let's keep firing. Let's holding down all my firing buttons here. As you can see, it's going up as quickly as possible.
Heat level critical.
And shut down. This is something you don't really want to happen in a battle, because as you can see I just took damage in the middle of my mech from the heat overload that I had. But not only that, is we end up something like this. Imagine something's moving very fast, not so easy to get shots on it. If it's completely stationary, well, yeah, look how quickly he's being taken out. So I've just got a headshot there and a body shot.
Target destroyed.
That's what happens if you go, if you end up shutting down in the middle of a match. Yeah, it's really not that great. And you have to remember as well that what the weaponry that this one is carrying, this is designed to be a scout and sort of counter scout mech that relies on speed. A bigger mech would have a lot more firepower behind it. But even here is, you know,
target destroyed.
A stationary mech can still be taken out very quickly. Now this is a bigger mech up here. This is a catapult. This is a heavy class of mech. As you see, the weapons that I'm carrying are not fantastic. I think I'm actually hitting his head there.
Target destroyed.
Headshots! Now, headshots do happen in this game. And there is something else you want to keep an eye out for. This is that you want to never expose the back of your mech if possible. The reason for this is the back of your mech, every part of your mech has armor, and you can distribute that armor on the main parts of your mech between the front and the back. Generally though, you're going to be presenting the front of your mech to people, which means that what you don't want them to be able to do is that, especially if you're a light mech. One volley to the back of your mech is going to kill you. That's a slightly bigger mech, that's a medium, and we can probably still do a fair old bit of damage.
Target destroyed.
Now you have to remember I am using a very, very light mech
Target
here.
acquired.
That is a Cataphract, which is a fairly big mech, as you can see. It is somewhat bigger than mine. And you have much smaller mechs than this.
Target destroyed.
So hitting mechs in the back is a very, very viable way, and it's kind of what smaller mechs rely on to try and get themselves out of trouble or to help contribute to the team. So it's something to be aware. If you decide to go for the lighter mechs when you're in the trial, don't be trying to stand up and fight sort of face to face like the bigger mechs will be. The best thing you can do is try and flank. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into a couple of matches with a few trial mechs so you can get an idea of what it would be like. I am going to say it is most likely going to be a little bit frustrating when you first start to play the game because there is a lot of stuff for you to learn. I would say use this training grounds to get your eye in, and there is also different things you need to learn about the gameplay. Different weapons go to different distances, so if we look here what I've got, if you look at my weapon loadout at the bottom here, so my medium lasers, if I step back, so that is now more than 270 meters. My SRMs are really not effective at that range. My medium lasers though, although it's outside of their optimum range, can still do damage. It's another thing you need to keep in mind. So let's go into a battle. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is, firstly I'm going to sort of do this in order. So I'm going to choose a lighter mech. For example, I've got this Raven here, which is pretty much similar to the one that I actually own. Then I'm probably going to play something like, I don't know, the Trebuchet, the quick draw, maybe a Thunderbolt. They're fairly deadly. You've got a Direwolf, yeah. So I'm going to try some of these out, and I'm just going to show you what sort of gameplay is like. So if we jump in to one here. Now while this is loading up, I'm going to tell you about, you're going to have two classes of mech, or sorry, two types of sort of faction of mech. You have the Inner Sphere and the Clan Mechs. So the Clan Mechs are from a sort of a part of humanity that went out to the outer stars, and they believed in eugenics and elitism and things like that. A very, very harsh society for very, very harsh worlds. For that, they are generally very elite, very good mechs, and there's a argument to be said that they're sort of a step above the Inner Sphere ones. The Inner Sphere ones are sort of normal humanities mechs. They're generally a little bit cheaper to get as well, a bit bulkier. They're not quite as sleek designs, but then again, on some of the clan sort of side of things, what I personally find is a lot more of their weapons are on sort of amputatable body parts. Like for example, you'll have a lot of things on the arms which rely on you to move your sort of cursor around, use the arms very quickly, and sort of be fast and quick, right, and not get yourself caught. But in general, the clan mechs seem to be able to load out a lot more weapons. They seem to be able to run a lot colder, move a lot faster. But you know, there's an argument for both types of mechs. That's something to be keeping in mind. There is that you'll see things that are. Please, I'm disconnected. You'll see weapons that say, for example, you'll have like LRM 20, which is long range missiles, 20 volley, and then you'll have LRM 20, which is clan. You can't put clan tech in a sphere mech, and you can't put Inner Sphere tech in a clan mech. Is the way this works anyway. I think. Hope I'm not getting something wrong there. Right, so this is the trial Raven, and I'm going to try and show what would be a good way to use it, or what I personally think is a good way to use it, which is you want to be shielding your teammates, because your ECM. So let's see how many people we've got out of an ECM. Not many. We've started on here, so I'm going to go over towards our main guys there. Looks like these guys have got the same idea. Now your ECM stops people targeting you, but also any mech within 180 meter radius stops them targeting you if they're outside that 180 meter radius, unless your ECM's being disrupted. So a good idea is to try and keep your teammates shielded by that, because what that means is that as they dodge in and out of sight, the enemy will lose target on them. Or, you know, all they need to do is stay out of range and the enemy can't target them so well.
Acquired.
So as you can see, we have got something up there already. And that was a terrible shot. And I'm totally not looking at the centre of my screen for where that should be. Right, so let's keep our guys targeted here. I think I hit him there. Right, so let's wait for our teammates to turn up. Let's not get too much. Right, so it looks like the enemy are coming from that direction. So I'm going to keep an eye out for the rest of my teammates. Now I do go quiet. This is a game that it can be quite hard to.
New target acquired.
Now you do get spotting bonuses. If you can see a mech and your teammates can't,
acquired.
they'll be able to sort of sub-target through you. And they will be able to fire off LRMs. I don't think I can hit that guy from here now, can I? Let's just keep this guy in the ECM as much as possible. Got to keep an eye on them not flanking us. Okay, so it looks like our guys have gone down into the tunnel down there. Still keeping them inside my ECM, so that's cool. Now I should probably be going and getting involved in the battle, but I seem to be the only person that's got an ECM here who can help stop my teammates from being easily targeted. So what I'm trying to do here is a bit of a counterintelligence sort of role almost. Because what you don't really want is your teammates to be able to be targeted up easily from a distance and to be taking a lot of LRM damage like that, for example, or to be able to be easily seen by people who've got long range lasers and projectiles. Basically, you don't want to be doing what they're doing to that guy over there, what my team is doing to that guy over there. Wow, they are fucking up our guys. Why are we concentrating on that one guy over there? Okay, I need to get a little bit closer to shield my mates there. Seriously, just kill the fucker.
New target acquired.
Right, you know what? Bollocks to it. Let's go down and get involved in that.
New target acquired.
Where is he? There he is.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
Don't want to turn me back to him, and there's loads of them here. I've done something dumb here. Not good.
Critical. New target acquired.
Yeah, I didn't see these big guys here. I'm boned. And I just did what I said you should never do. Right, so proof of why you should not go and get yourself in trouble. And definitely not overheat in a battle. So I did not do good there. I'm going to come out of this. Did I mention that I haven't played this game for a long time and I still kind of get a bit, let's go and fight. Yeah. Okay guys, so here we go in for another battle. Now this one is a very hot running map. The other side as well, this map is very, very broken up in terms of line of sight, which can be both a benefit and a bit of detractor when it comes to doing well. One of the things is that as a light mech, it's great. You can skirt around things and get behind people and get shots on their back. The other side of it as well is though that for you to be able to get line of sight on your enemies, if you're doing a scouting role rather than say a counter sensor role, is that you then need to sort of show yourself into the very big open areas. I'll try and explain this. Let's just say, oh, it's too late to start doing it.
Reactor online.
Right.
Sensors online.
Now there's another thing as well.
All
As you saw in that last map, I tried to stick with my, I tried to get with the biggest group of teammates that I could. Kind of failed at that. And our guys have not loaded up here. Great. Tried to get with the biggest group of people that I could, and sort of give them ECM protection. But there is something you need to be aware of at all times, is that you don't ever really want to split up too much from your teammates. Unless you're in a situation where there's not many mechs on either side and you are hunting them down, most of the time you want to be with your teammates. Lots of reasons for this. The first one is that you can't use your sensors for anything that is behind you. So you can't see anything behind you. You've got teammates around you, you've got more angles covered. The other side of it as well is that it is a numbers game. 3 or 4 people dodging in and out and taking shots at someone is going to be far more dangerous than everyone going one-on-one. The other side as well is the protection. You know, not only have ECM protection like I'm trying to do here, you see these eyes above people, that means they're being covered by the ECM, but the other side of it is that you get things called AMS, and I just got shot in the back. Damn teammate, I bet. Now AMS is an anti-missile system, which means that I like that comment. Means that if there's missiles coming in, you have this little gun above your mech, or sitting on top of your mech, which will fire off and shoot down missiles as they come in, hopefully. So you see, we've got people over here. I'm trying not to be silly and go in and get myself a shot. So where are these? Let's go and stick with our mates over here, see what's going on. I should still be covering quite a few people. Yep. Right, so as you can see, they are around this corner here.
Target acquired.
Let's see if we can go and help
New
our mates here.
target acquired.
Get the fuck out of dodge there, and also terrible aiming on my behalf. Right.
New target acquired.
So see, there's a big guy down there. Now he's gone done boofed him because he's left himself out in the open.
Target destroyed.
As you can see, this is a map where I am overheating very quickly, so I have to be really careful. So let's poke my head out there. Another guy down there has gone done boofed, so let's try and help the teammates get rid of him. We also have some of our teammates which are kind of gone done boofing as well here. So let's see if I can get across without getting too many hits on me. And we're obviously going on a flank here, so let's see if we can get in there. Right, so here we might be able to do something a bit. Scared him! Yeah!
Target destroyed.
Now I back off. That is kind of very much the way you play these light mechs. Sometimes like, I got you, run away. Right, so let's see if I can help our light guys here that are going on a flank. No, that's not a good idea to be fair. So here we go.
Target acquired.
Guy up there. And my misfire. Oh crap, I think I just hit my... Is he dead? He's dead. Got him. Right, let's try and keep my teammate.
Target
Oh crap.
acquired.
Nope. Nope. Right, let's go and help this guy. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Cool. We are fucking them up. This is awesome. Right, let's see if we can get this guy down. There we go.
Target destroyed.
So as you can see there, when you get a flank on, it goes really well. Oh crap, 2 of them in front of me. Right, let's try and get back round behind our teammates and get some... Oh crap. Sorry. Right. So now they've got 1 left. Let's go finish you. Where's he gone? There he is.
Target acquired. At 25%.
There we go. So that was a bit of a better one. So as you can see there, as long as you dodge and weave in a smaller mech, you see I've taken quite a bit of damage there. This is quite a good map to show you the whole sort of try and flank them, run away. If anything, even if you don't do a huge amount of damage, what you can do is you can make them turn their back on your teammates, because they're like, what the fuck, shooting me from behind, and your teammates can step out. So it is a very instinctive thing. Also, it's quite good to, if you can be on comms. I'm currently not on comms using voice because obviously I'm talking on here. So there you go. On that one you saw sort of the shielding of the ECM, and you also saw the sort of dodging in and out, dodging and weaving of a smaller mech. It's not about getting involved in a big fight. Now you saw what happened when I went in on the first battle in a small mech. I got my ass handed to me. So I think we'll try a different trial mech now.